Don't be a boob. For more videos like this one, please subscribe to this channel.
Gain strength, so does the potential for powerful storm surge from this hurricane. In this Hurricane IQ, meteorologist Kelly Cash shows us why you shouldn't ignore the potential danger and what to do when you're warned that it's on its way. We'll see what happens here with Delta with time. And once Delta does make it across Yucatan and back over the open waters here into the Gulf of Mexico, I think we'll have a better idea of where it may ultimately be going. And keep in mind that the cone is just a prediction of the path of the center of the storm. It's not all about the center of the storm. It's about the storm as a whole and the impacts that will be received. And those will be far outside the cone, especially on the right-hand side of this. So even if we get more of that westerly turn, New Orleans, we do think you'll have some very serious impacts either way. Now, it's being steered around an area of high pressure, so that west-northwesterly direction is expected to continue with the Gulf, and then will get pulled up towards the north as a trough develops. Winds, and it's a pretty large area, so Minot, Jamestown, Aberdeen, Rapid City, down into parts of Nebraska where we have that elevated fire risk. It's most critical in the northern parts of North Dakota. We've got those strong northwesterly winds that are coming in. Gusts today around 45 miles per hour. Relative humidity is down there, ranging from about 30% down even into the teens. Anything around 25 or below is considered seriously dry. It's chapstick, hand lotion kind of weather for sure. Now, the winds are expected to stay pretty strong through the rest of the afternoon and into tonight. After 8 o'clock, the winds will lay down just a little bit here this evening, but they're not going away altogether. Still, some fairly gusty conditions can be expected as we head into tomorrow as well. Here's a look at the forecast in a place like Fargo, North Dakota. Notice the increase in the cloud cover. That does give you an indication that at least there's a little bit of moisture in the air, and that's certainly some good news. But boy, we really need some rain. Parts of the west might get it, Chris. Yeah. That time to prepare. I'd say by the time you go to bed on Thursday night, that's time to be ready for sure. Well, another place that we're watching very closely is New Orleans. Up
and you see all of that water coming towards you, and then another wave comes in on top of that. Well, it raises the water level. And that's exactly what is going to happen in this case, we think.
Right. We used to have storm surge as part of the Saffir-Simpson scale, and we actually took that out because large storms can have greater
question about that. And, you know, the Saffir-Simpson scale is really limited in a lot of respects. It tells you about the wind threat. And that's really all that it tells you about. There's so many other aspects to storms. The size of the storm has so much to do with the threat that it poses. The nature of the coastline has so much to do with it. The bathymetry, what's the nature of the sea floor. So, you know, there are a lot of different things. And as we've said many, many times, every single storm is different. So, you know, when you look at the Saffir-Simpson scale, that's really a snapshot. And that can raise a lot of the threats, but not always. And case in point would be Hurricane Charlie back in 2004. That was an incredibly strong storm. It was a Category 4 storm. So you'd be thinking, well, does that mean there'd be a huge surge with that? Well, no, because the radius of maximum wind with Charlie was 7 to 8 miles wide, and the average is closer to 25 to 30 miles. So with a very small core like that, you don't have that surge threat. This is going to turn into a larger system, and that's why that threat is going to increase.
All right, Carl. Especially in upstate New York, there are no watches in effect, but a few storms could produce some damaging winds. The risk area today stretches from Lake Ontario all the way over towards the coast throughout parts of New England, Boston, Hartford. We're really looking at the window of the strongest of winds to probably be between about 4 and 10 o'clock tonight, but notice some of the stronger storms already ripping through, so be prepared and stay alert this afternoon. More on Delta right after this.